For more Magic the Gathering resources, check out my friends at paperchampion.net and Kitchen Table MTG. Hey everybody, this is Tao at The Forge, and you know what? I hear a lot of people telling new players that they should double sleeve their cards, especially the valuable ones. So, I'm wondering, does it really matter? Really, does it make a difference? I personally double sleeve like almost every one of my decks, unless it's just like a janky, cheap deck. But I think if the cards are worth playing, then, it's worth double sleeving. But maybe I've been wrong this whole time. Maybe it's just a waste of money. So what I decided to do is I constructed 5 tests to see, is it worth it to double sleeve your cards? So let's take a look at some of the experiments I did, and these are 100% scientific. I think you'll like them, and I think they're realistic to situations you might see at your LGS. So anyways, hope you enjoy. Let's take a look at the tests, and then I'll come back with a recap. Alright, so we're doing the first test. Now, this card here on the left is the one that is double sleeved. This one is the one on the right is not double sleeved. And let's go through a common scenario here where we're going to have a player, they're playing a game, and their opponent or even themselves accidentally spills a pop and soda all over the card. Okay, so we're going to just spill some soda on these cards. I know it hurts. Now you can see it's kind of nice. Sorry, this soda is going to go onto my tripod there. Alright, so you can see like the soda is really kind of soaking in there. It's it's actually making a mess. It's kind of neat though that the card itself actually repelled a lot of the soda. All right, so let's say they go again, and okay, so we're spilling it right near the top. Okay, the cards are floating on the top of the soda, which is actually pretty cool. All right, so we'll just let it sit there. All right, and let's pull them out and see what happens. So first of all, we're going to pull the card out that was not double sleeved. So I'm just going to dry it off here. Now I'm taking it out of the camera's field of view, but I'm not actually I'm not switching it or anything like that. Okay, so here's the card. Okay, so there's the card. And we can open it up, and wow, yeah, the top end, now see if you can see it here, is actually all soaked up with pop, right, with soda. Right, you can see actually all the crinkling on the edges here, and it's actually quite flimsy. You can tell it's like the top is totally wrecked there. All right, let's pull out the one that did not have pop on it, or sorry, the one that did have pop on it but is double sleeved. Okay, so there it is. Okay, let's pull it out. Okay, there's a little bit of wetness on the top, but the card itself, there's no wetness at all on the bottom. You can actually pull it out here. Okay, obviously there's none at the top because the card would have protected it, but there's no wetness at the bottom, and the card is actually like 100% intact. Right, so just goes to show actually that double sleeving does work against spills. Alright, on to the next test. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, that soda was room temperature. So what if it was boiling water? Alright, well, let's try it out. So we got one card here, Mardu Banner, that is single sleeved. Alright, so just throw that in there. And we have another Mardu Banner, okay, that is double sleeved. Alright, we'll just throw it in there and we'll see what happens. Okay, so we'll just let them go in there and boil a bit. Okay, maybe stir them around. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let them really get soaked up a bit. Alright, nice and boiled. Alright, now at this time, the water is being in there for, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds or whatever. Let's see how they do. Okay, so we're just going to turn the heat off here. Okay, and pull these cards out. Oh, probably still going to be hot. Alright, let's take a look. So we'll start first with double or single sleeve. Okay, so there's the single sleeve card. Let's actually pull them away from the boiling water so I don't get scalded. Alright, so here we have the one that was not double sleeved, so single sleeved. Okay, you can see the boiling water actually did quite a bit worse. Like, this whole card is completely soaked, right? Like, you know, you can clearly see that there's extensive damage on it. This card is pretty much wrecked, and the sleeves, well, sleeves not really in great shape either. Yeah, just ripped. Now this could be because it's a new KMC Hyper, right? But let's see, this new Mardu banner, or this other one, okay. Man, I can't even get it out. All right, was in there. Now this one is not as badly soaked, but it's still soaked. I can't even pull it out of this double sleeve without ripping it. There we go. All right, so there you go. It's actually, you can see that it's still significantly all soaked, not really retrievable. So those two cards, basically no difference at all between single sleeving and double sleeving. Alright, so for this next test, I'm going to check to see, you know, like another common scenario is, you know, you have your cards on the table and suddenly some irresponsible person with a cleaver comes and attacks your cards. So will double sleeving prevent your cards from getting attacked by a cleaver? Let's take a look. We'll start off first with the unsleeved, or with the single sleeved one, right? And we'll just give it a couple few chops and see how it does. All right, so 3 good chops. All right, we'll take a look. All right, so, well, the card is actually cut. All right, so you can see the card's actually cut in a few places here. All right, everywhere on the edges. So no, I would say that this double sleeve card, or this single sleeve card, did not protect against this. All right though, but what about this double sleeve card? Will the double sleeving prevent it against the crazed person with the cleaver? Let's give it a shot. All right, and pull this out. Oh wow, cut right through the top. I'm not here. Let me zoom this in here. Cut like right through the top there. Okay. So, oh, I can already see right here. So no, double sleeving. Well, it's not as badly cut, but it is still cut. All right. So I'd say no. Double sleeving will not prevent damage from a cleaver. Now, I know what you're thinking. I mean, like, how often do your cards ever get attacked by a cleaver? I mean, for the most part, like, people are, you know, they're going to be attacked with, like, something like a pointy weapon, like this. Right? So, all right. So that was single sleeved. Right? You can see, okay, like, you can see it actually went right through the card. Let's go double sleeve, see if it makes any difference. Okay, so double sleeved, no difference at all. Alright, well, once again, proving double sleeve, well, it doesn't prove anything, but double sleeve made no difference at all when it comes to pointy knives. Now, so far these tests have been, you know, pretty unrealistic, but I've always wondered, like, what would happen, you know, let's say, for instance, you're sitting there, and all of a sudden, so a dragon comes by and heats up and lights your card on fire. All right, now would double sleeving help? Let's take a look. I'm gonna just bring this outside here. Okay, so you can clearly see that single sleeving did not help against a spray of fire. In fact, the sleeve is actually melted to the card. So I'd say in this case, sleeving may have been even worse. But will double sleeving help? Let's give it a shot. All right, so got some double sleeve action going here with the fire. Okay, let this thing cool down a bit. Alright, So you might not be able to tell, but the sleeve is actually melted all together again to the card. Let's see, can I even get this out? Surprisingly, actually, it did protect it. Now, the card is a bit bent, but that's only because I had to bend it to get it out. But the card itself was not damaged in the fire. So, surprisingly, double sleeving will protect it against fire. Alright, so there you have it. You can see that the single sleeve cards failed pretty much every test. The double sleeve cards did pass the spill test, and surprisingly they did pass the fire test. So I'd say that, you know, you could say that double sleeving is 40% better than single sleeving, but I'd say it's probably worth it to double sleeve your cards, especially if you're concerned about spills and fire. Now, if you're only really concerned is surviving your card surviving a chop attack or a stab attack or something like that, then well, don't waste your money. But, you know, if you're worried about spills, that's pretty much the best way to protect your cards is with double sleeving. So there you have it. Anyways, if there's other forms of testing you think I may have missed or you'd like to see, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.